And I think you should be really good listeners for Mr. Arbab. At the end of the story, maybe you can tell him a favorite part. Not everyone, but maybe like 3 or 4 friends can tell a favorite part. And maybe Mr. Arbab could ask you 1 or 2 questions about the story, like who the main character was, or what the setting where the story took place. Be really good listeners, Mr. Arbab.
Thank you, Jackson. Good morning, guys. I'm going to read you a story today that took place in a city called New York City. And that's where Brittany was born. Okay? It's a very special story to Brittany, and a very special book to her, and I'm sure it's going to be special to you. The name of the story is Late for School. And it's about this little boy. Okay. Good morning. And the story, this is the front page, says late for school. And it's actually written by a gentleman named Mystry. My name is Smitty. I come from the city, and I live by one simple rule. I may not be smartest, no athlete, no artist, but I have never been late for school. I woke up at 8 in a terrible state, sure that I had missed my carpool, but I wasn't worried. I knew if I hurried, I wouldn't be late for school. See the little illustration here? Okay. Rushing and panicking in the mornings. Before I got far, my shoes stuck in tar, which was hot and as sticky as glue. It is just 50 blocks. I can walk in my socks. I thought that I headed for school. Did anyone see the illustration? Go to the next page. I didn't complain when it started to rain, and then when the weather turned cool, while snowmen came down and went splat on the ground, that I wouldn't be late for school. Okay. When the snow turned to rain, the streets wouldn't drain. Times Square filled up like a pool, but my backpack and coat made an excellent boat, and I sailed across the square towards my school. See that? Halfway through my sail, I ran into a whale, and wherever I paddled, he followed me. I said, "Do you mind? I'm running behind." But before I could finish, he swallowed me. Inside of the whale was a rusty old pail, a ladder, some books, and a stool. I climbed to his spout and squeezed my way out. I could not be late for school. I ran for a bus that was covered with dust. At the wheel was a gruesome green bull, and all of the riders were poisonous spiders. So I kept right on walking to school. A gigantic ape had made an escape from his cage at the Central Park Zoo. I reached in my sack and gave him a snack, because I couldn't be late for school. Yeah. It's a big ape there. A robot from Mars was picking up cars and gulping down all of their fuel. He gobbled up hyenas, but butterscotch sundaes. I walked, so I ran off to school. A bony T-Rex. T-Rex is a bony T-Rex was coming down Lex, which is the street. I saw me and started to drool. I said, "You can eat me, but you will have to meet me." At school, I was shocked to see the place locked. I felt like a bit of a fool. Today was a Sunday. Stay home and have fun day. I was a day early for school. See, so I sat on the lawn and I let out yawn. I figured I would just wait for school. Then I fell fast asleep, and my sleep was quite deep. And that's why I am so late for school. And see.
The end.
Can you give a silent cheer?